I'm gonna show you my wallet, what's inside my wallet, my 3 favorite cards. Why are they my favorite cards? Why do I use them? Why do I care? Why I think you should have them as part of your portfolio of credit cards, as part of your strategy, your system of success, because these cards will give you value, because these cards will give you life-changing benefits. I mean it. They are that good. And I'm gonna show you why I have them here. So stay with me for the next few minutes. Let's roll. It is not easy to choose a card these days. I know there's so many out there, but I have some good ones here. But my point is there's so many features, so many benefits. But what makes a good card for me, it might not be what makes a good card for you. And that's a point that I want to make here. Because maybe I'm looking for something different. Maybe you're building your credit. Maybe you are opening your credit for the first time. Maybe you're trying to get your FICO to a certain level. So all those things matter in your decision making about credit cards. These cards are not for the beginner card holder. They're not. They're heavy hitters. So you need a credit score of 750 or above in order to get these cards. And actually one of them needs a high income in order to get approved for. So if you're beginning, this might not be the cards for you. But if you already build up your credit score, your credit history, these cards will be great. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to watch the video if you're starting, because they should be part of your strategy, your future success strategy with credit cards. My number 3 card is the American Express Gold Card. It is a great card. It is a charge card, which means you have to pay it in full every single month. You use it, you pay it. You have no ability to actually finance things here. So don't think that you're gonna go buy and spend something, spend a few $1,000s and pay it over time, which is never, ever my advice. There's a purpose for that. We talk about that in a different video. It has no preset limit, which means you can buy pretty much anything. Don't try to buy a car out there. You have to wait. As time goes by, American Express will give you more bandwidth, more power, more muscle to spend out there. This card technically won't affect your credit utilization rate. And we talked about this before, but I actually think that it does. It does affect your credit utilization rate. So if you spend a few $1,000s 1 month, you might see a little ding on your credit, something small, not a big deal, and it shouldn't prevent you from using it. But I actually experimented with this in my own credit, and I see a little change whenever I use too much on this card the following month or the following cycle. You get 60,000 rewards points when you spend $4,000 in 6 months. You get $120 in dining credit. So if you go out there to restaurants often, $120, not bad. That's your credit for having this card. You get 4 times the points when you use the gold card in restaurants and supermarkets. So this card is really designed for that person who likes to go out in restaurants, who maybe use it to buy groceries in a supermarket. But as long as you pay it every month, it works great. It will give you points, it will give you that sign-up bonus, and you could use those miles, those points, for other things, for travel, and we're gonna talk about that in a moment. 3 times the points when you fly. So if you use this card, the American Express Gold, to fly, you get 3 times the points every time that you use it. It has an annual fee of $250, and a lot of people will say, nope, I don't use cards that have an annual fee. I'm not gonna pay the bank, so they will let me use my card. It sounds like my dad. But yes, you actually have to pay for these cards. The best cards in the market out there actually have an annual fee. And just think this for a moment. The value, the things that you get when having these cards supersedes the annual fee. Okay, my favorite number 2 card, the American Express Platinum. Let me pull it out. This card, it's beautiful. This card is metal. This one doesn't bend. If you actually look at this card, I don't know if the camera is gonna help me there, but it is metal. This is a lot to handle, guys. This is an expensive card, but it has so much value I get from this card. This one has no preset limit, but if you ask me, this one will give you more bandwidth. I have more bandwidth of spending on this one than in the Gold. I could have spent a lot. I have used it for $30,000, $40,000 at once in a single month. Well, I think we racked up like 30 grand on this thing, no problem whatsoever, 1 month. You can actually set and pay it. I think you can choose 6 months to a year. Again, I don't advise doing that because one, you don't want to pay interest on these things, and two, you don't want to carry a balance because it will affect your credit score. You get right now about 100,000 points when you get the Platinum. That is a lot of points. With 100,000 points, you could go twice to Europe in business class. Those tickets are at least 5 to 10 grand each. You get access to the Centurion Lounge, and that's one of my favorite things with this card. I don't know if when you travel, when you go to the airport, and you were stressed out, you're sweating, you have your kids, and you don't know where you're gonna eat. It's just bad. When you have this guy, you don't have to, because you go to the lounge, and the lounge is beautiful, and it smells great.
Nice.
Great food, great drinks, and not cheap drinks. They have the good stuff. So you could have a few drinks, you could eat, and I think you can actually take food with you. I don't know if you can take. I've seen people taking food from the lounge. I don't know, American Express, please don't punish me for this.
Suspect is in custody.
But you get great food, great drinks, and you get to wait in a nice lounge for your plane. So you get $200 in their fine hotels and resorts. So they have their own, when you register and you go into the app, they have their own section so you can actually book your hotel there, and they are probably the best hotels in the world. They're not cheap, but they are great, and you get $200 credit when you book the hotels with them. You get global entry, TSA, and clear. I think you get one or the other. You get global entry and TSA, or global entry and clear. They pay for that every year, so that is a fantastic perk. If you travel, even if you travel once a year, if you go to the airport, you don't have to do the line. That line is horrible. Then you have to take your shoes off because you're not TSA approved. So here, you don't have to take the shoes off. You don't have to wait for the guy in front of you asking the TSA people, do I need to get my iPad out or my computer out? None of that stuff. It's, you go through. And if you do clear, you go, it's like you're in the future. You go there and it's your retina scan and boom, through you go. If you use Walmart Plus, I am a Costco guy, you get reimbursed by American Express. So you get a credit of $150 every year for Walmart Plus. That's another one. So you start adding these things up, they really bring value to you by having this card. You get Uber Cash. You get $200 a year for using this card with Uber. So register this card, your Platinum, with your Uber account, and you get a credit every year for $200. That's amazing. Other benefits that you get with this card: cell phone protection. If you actually register this card with your AT&T account, and if you lose the phone or you break it, you get a replacement. I think the limit is $800, and I think that's pretty great. So I'm not gonna go through every detail of these benefits, but they are a lot and they are worth it. Well, like I said before, this is an expensive card to have. You pay an annual fee of $695. Yeah, that's a lot. But remember, this is not a card for the beginner. You need a strong FICO and you need a strong income to get this card. Just keep that in mind if you're looking to apply for this card. But once you have it, I promise you, you're gonna enjoy this card a lot. I have. Okay, my #1 credit card right now is the Venture X from Capital One. Another one that is, look at this, it's metal too. This one, beautiful card, metal, it's a little heavier than, hold on, let me see which one is heavier. The Venture X is heavier. It's my favorite card right now. Capital One and Venture X came out swinging with this one. You get 75,000 miles when you get this card, and you only have to use it for $4,000 in 3 months. That's amazing. I think Capital One is trying to compete with the big boys, with the Platinum out there, and I think they're doing a fantastic job. The Capital One lounges are supposed to be fantastic. I haven't seen them yet. I heard they have one in Dallas and it's beautiful. They're gonna have another one in Denver coming up in 2023. This card is perfect for those who are looking to travel. You get 10 times the miles when you book travel through Capital One. So there's no other card, not even the Platinum does that. So you get the bonus, you get 10 times the miles when you book travel with them, hotels, flights. You get 5 times miles on flights. You also get $300 credit every year for hotels. So just by the hotel alone, the credit is $300. The cost of this card, $395. So when you add up the other stuff, actually, they will be paying you about $5 to have this card in your wallet. The only thing is you actually need a very strong FICO for this one. If you're not close to that 800 mark, you won't get it. You have to have almost a perfect FICO to get it these days. We'll see if maybe they relax those requirements, but right now, you need almost a perfect credit score to have it. Okay, I show you my wallet. You've seen my 3 favorite credit cards right now. And they are my favorite cards for a reason. And that reason matters to me alone. Perhaps they are not the best cards for you. They work for me because I like travel, because I like the lounge, because I like the perks, because I like free stuff. And they help me build my credit. I have a really high credit score. They help me get there. And perhaps they will help you too. So always compare, always see what's the cost benefit of these cards. Remember, don't carry balances month after month. That's not the purpose of these cards. They are just tools. They are keys. They will open doors for you. They will help you get there. It's about the strategy. It's about the system. It's not about the goal. Everyone has goals. It's the strategy for success. What do you have in mind? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to get from these cards? So if you got any value whatsoever from this video, from the information I gave you, subscribe. If you like this video, give us a like. It's going to help us with the algorithm. It's going to help us with the YouTube gods. And we want to continue putting out this content, having these conversations. And we need you. Like, subscribe, and comment. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.